Simi's wife, the Pit Yakker's wife, and I'm joined today here with the lovely Becca at her salon, Curly Beast in Hazeldean. We had this conversation in the car, Hazelden, but I'll put a posh Hazeldean on it. So yeah.
Definitely not posh.
So Becca, I'm buzzing to be here with you again for my second full curly hair experience. I'm so excited. And ever since my last experience, I've done nothing but spread the word of yourself and the Curly Beast because I'm just infatuated with it and everything that I learned. I felt like everyone I've spoke to since I've left here about curly hair, I feel like I've been like an educator of like, well, do you know this about hair follicles? And do you know this? And I loved that whole experience. So I'm really looking forward to asking loads of curly questions, but also celebrating your big win for Home Salon of the Year. Is that right?
Woohoo!
Home Salon of the Year.
Home salon of the year.
Love that. That is amazing. How do you feel?
I'm still kind of a bit in shock about the whole thing because I've only been doing this for like 22 months.
I know, that is crazy. Get your award. I feel like we need to celebrate the award.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's actually like really heavy as well. Like it's not tat. It's like, it's a good bit of...
It needs like a nice pedestal to sit on, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean...
Front of house.
I know, it needs its own like shelf or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's great. I keep on like going, so I want to thank the Academy, you know, like when no one's in here.
I would do that all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't get to do a speech at the show.
Oh, I saw a great dance though.
Oh, good Lord, yeah. That was very Prosecco infused.
That was amazing.
But yeah, no, I was super shocked because, you know, I haven't done this for very long.
After 22 months, that's a huge achievement.
Well, I just threw my heart and soul into it, didn't I? Like, I love it. Yeah. It's like weird because it doesn't feel like work. So I just enjoy myself, get to know all my clients like yourself. You bond with some people and you just have like heart to hearts when you talk and then you cut hair and you make pretty hair, but it's just effortless for me. I just love it. So I just put myself in thinking, I won't come very close to winning, but it's good to get myself out there. Yeah. Because I promised myself I would start doing that and just getting myself out there a bit more. And then, yeah, as you saw on the video, my reaction, getting it, I did not expect that.
And you looked sensational as well, Becca, I have to say. You look absolutely amazing.
Hey, like, Jesus, thanks.
Really, really amazing.
I'm a tomboy, so like putting on a velvet dress.
Oh my God, it was so fitting and so you. It was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I loved it.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to be there. I was like so buzzing for you and so rooting for you.
Thank you. It was a really good day. It was 8 hours long, so it was like, it was a long day. So that's why the dance, like I'd been having Proseccos and beers for like 7 hours and my award was the second to last. Oh. So yeah, when I danced up to the stage, that was just me just being at one with the music. Free spirit. Like, yeah, I probably would have like waddled up if it had been
first.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it was all meant to be, I think. Yeah. Really. But thank you very much. Definitely. I do appreciate it.
And I love the story of how you came about to doing curly hair. Like that whole story really intrigued me.
Yeah.
So you trained in regular hairdressing and you were really keen and eager to find out about curly hair, obviously having curly hair yourself.
Yeah.
And I still find it mad that you had such long hair. Like, was that when you first started hairdressing then as well?
Well, I've always sort of dived in and out of haircuts. So I basically like to change it up every sort of decade. So when I was 11, I had like a pixie cut and I like short hair. You know, I like experimenting with different hair lengths. And every time I grow it, it just seems to get to a certain length and it just does not grow anymore. And I got really frustrated. So as a curl specialist, your hair is obviously on show. So you feel like there's a certain pressure to have good hair.
Yeah.
Which is like part of the job, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you can't really have really bad quality curly hair and then sell a business that looks after curly hair. So I was looking at pictures of myself from early clients from like the first year of doing this. And I was looking back going, oh my God, it looks like it's tails. And then I was getting a lot of breakage.
Yeah.
And I think because my hair was in bad condition, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to start again. So I just cut it all short and I love it.
And do you think the change with the breakage and stuff was down to, I know obviously you have twin boys and we talk a lot about hormones and how that affects your hair. Do you think that played a part in your hair kind of change and that maybe brittleness in the...
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I have to say it's like, it's one of the things that I sort of tell people about more often than anything else. I tell people about their hormones and about how it affects hair. That and not putting as much conditioner on, they're the two sort of big things I tell people. Yeah. But yeah, so as you age, you sort of release a lot of hormones every 7 years. You kind of have a huge hormonal shift. And so I think I did probably have a hormonal shift, and it caused a lot of breakage. Having the kids, that did affect me hair, but the breakage, I think, came later. So more 2.5 years later sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I just, there gets to a point where you can only do so much with like repairing with products and treatments and things.
Yeah.
And I'm really honest with my clients. Like, if they need to have a big cut, I will suggest it to them.
Yeah.
But if they really don't want to, that's completely their prerogative. And it's a journey. So I always just take off what I feel like needs to come off at that time.
Yeah.
Is it all right to start cutting?
Yeah.
Because we know what we're doing, don't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to give it a good old trim. And we're going to put a bit of a fringe in and give you more volume. That's the plan.
I'm definitely fancying some curly bangs.
Curly bangs are is a big win for me, yeah.
And I cut my daughter's hair at the weekend, and I was thinking, oh, all my hairdresser friends come at me now because I'm just novice with some scissors and cut her a really good Sabrina Carpenter fringe in. I think it's not really that bad, Mabel's fringe, is it?
I loved the fringe. I saw it. It was delightful.
Brilliant.
Kids with fringes are great. I mean, you've seen my boys, my twins, like they both have long hair, both bowl cuts.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a fringe.
And their hair is like so straight.
You know what? Hair doesn't run in families. So like the texture, the quality of it, it doesn't necessarily run in families. I think it'll change as the age.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think the hormones will come in, kick in. Because Ryan was born poker straight, white blonde, bob. His mum had a similar cut to what we have on the boys. They look really similar when they were little. And now Ryan's 36. I don't know when it happened. I've been with him 15 years and I don't consciously remember the change happening. But at some point his hair went curly.
Yeah.
So I think that will happen to the boys as well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And they have hormones and different things coming into play for them, and their hair texture changing and things. Like Mabel's as a baby was really, really curly. And I feel like probably from her last haircut, maybe she's lost a lot of that wave. It's still got a kink to it, but I can't get it to, whereas it would just so naturally curl. But yeah, I guess it's her cycle, it's her body. Maybe it's the foods that she's eating now. Like you were saying before, the more healthier foods you eat, the more hydrated you are. Like you hydrate from within for your hair. See, I remembered so much from my first.
Hydration comes from within. I love this. You're such a good student.
I felt like I could literally go out and cut. I was just ready to go and cut hair. Like,
I know you were like, I'm going to be a curl specialist. This is so inspiring. And I was like, mint.
Yeah.
I need more of us.
Definitely.
There is a market for it because I'm booked up. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of people who want curly hair. You can see that from how busy I've been. Because my mum, like, bless her heart, she like went to the awards show with us and she was my biggest supporter on the awards. But when I first told her I was going to do this business, she told me that it would fail.
Oh gosh, brutal.
Nobody wants that kind of cut round here. Like, that's not for round here. And obviously
people will travel from miles around to get a curl specialist.
I have a regular lady who comes from Carlisle every 3 months. Like, she comes every 3 months. She's one of my best clients.
Yeah.
I've got people coming all the time from like a bit like South Gisborough way and like Redcar way and stuff, Darlington, Sunderland. And it's just bonkers. I mean, I'm honestly so honoured. Like, it's mint.
Because when I was looking into it, I joined like a curl page on Facebook and loads of people were recommending a salon in, I think maybe it was like more Newcastle way. And so I was just down this rabbit hole researching like curly hair specialists. I didn't really want to go all the way to Newcastle. Like, this is ideal. It's only 20 minutes up the road for me. But I would be willing to travel for what I needed and what I wanted was to try and learn and understand and embrace my curly hair. I didn't want to go and just have a curly haircut. And when I came to you, I really got an understanding of curl. And we even talked about like curl types and where that came from and how that it's not even really like a thing, is it?
No, the chart that's out
like
there.
3B and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was invented by a man and he had like no training in cosmetology or hairdressing. He just sort of categorised the women's hair into 1A, 2B, 3C. And that chart is gospel to some people. So people often ask me, what curl type am I? And I'm like, dude, it matters more what your porosity is. I want to hear about your hair history. I want to see how your hair reacts to water, how it will respond to products. Curl types, because the curl comes from the follicle, as we know now, and the follicle changes with hormone changes, there's a very, very good chance that you'll have multiple curl types on one head of hair.
100%.
And these people who are lucky enough to have very symmetrical curls that are very, identical in their uniform. Exactly. That's like rare.
Yeah.
And when I do, I'm like, oh, look at your curls. It's like a little miracle when I see it, because more often than not, it's not.
So different.
And
Like,
I like that. I like that it's all diverse and different.
yeah, it's very unique and individual, isn't it?
Aye, totally.
So, Becca, before you did the Curly Beast 22 months ago, before that, before your boys, what was your career?
So I did product development for handbags, the handbag fashion market, and
Love a handbag.
yeah, well, you know what? I'm not like a massive handbag fan. So
Really?
my mum and my
It's so
aunties and my
ironic.
sister and that loved it.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I just wanted to work in fashion because I've always been interested in that from a young age. But because I did Chinese at uni, it was really hard for me to get a job because I had no fashion experience. So I got this brilliant opportunity from this Italian company called My Wallet, who specialize in Italian design, but like leather goods. They hired me as an intern, and because I spoke Chinese, within a few months, they sent me to China with the CEO of the company, and I accompanied him on the trips to the factories to kind of get experience on negotiating and stuff. And I just was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. I love it. I just fell in love with the industry, and then like kind of worked my way up. But it was a hell of a slog.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a hell of a slog doing that. And in the end, it just wasn't for me in the end.
No.
It, like,
Life changes and goes in a different direction.
it
And
totally does. And like mental health. And I realized I was fighting against my own kind of brain a lot of the time, because I'm not naturally like a super organized person. And to be in product development, you have to be the most organized person in the room. You need to have all the information to support the creative team, the designers, and the merchandising team. You're the one who has to have all of the information to hand. And I wasn't brilliant at it, I have to say. I have to recognize that in myself. And I think I probably was more aligned with the designers.
yeah,
And
I could totally see you in that.
yeah, I kind
Like,
of
you're
had
such
more
a
of that.
creative, hands-on person.
Totally.
Yeah. But you live and learn, don't you? You have to go through that to know that actually I'm more kind of fit in this specific way of working, which is creativity, hands-on, expressing myself like through my job as well. Whereas, yeah, I get that with like the admin side of things at work. I hate that, but I love working with the people that I work with and being hands-on with them. And then when I have to go back and record it and write it all down, I'm like, oh, this is so boring. Like, that part of it, I like to be there, make a difference, and support the family, chat about the issues, and then the boring part of it, yeah, I'm not really into that.
I know. I think like the more older I get, like, more information is accessible to you. So you read up on things more, and you kind of recognize traits in yourself, and you kind of go, "Oh, right, that kind of applies to me." And looking back and reanalyzing your life under that kind of lens, then you go, oh, maybe I struggled with that because of this.
Yeah.
You sort of start putting the pieces together. And because for years I blamed myself for being bad at my job, because I was like, I've chose this career. I've put 10 years of my life into doing this fashion career. And then to come to the conclusion during COVID that I didn't want to do it anymore. That was really frightening, because I'd moved to Amsterdam. I took Ryan out of London. Ryan had a great job in London. He came and followed me to Amsterdam, bless him. And we had great years living there. We honestly did. Some of the best years of my life, really. But I wanted a family.
Yeah.
And you kind of just re-examine everything, and COVID as well.
It was such a reflective time, I think, for everybody to kind of reevaluate kind of where they were and what they wanted from life. And so it's not that you're bad at it. You've done it for 10 years and obviously smashed it for 10 years. And then you reevaluated and you wanted something different. So you thought, am I right in remembering you thought like joinery, carpentry type of thing? Oh, hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember during COVID, sitting in Amsterdam with like, the floor was covered in coloured paper and post-its, and I had my markers out, and I made like a mind map. What do you call them? Is that what they were called back in the day, where you make a cloud in the middle and then all of the arms that come off it?
Yeah, it's like a mind map.
It was a mind map or something, or like, I feel like there might be another word, I can't remember. But anyway, I had hopes and dreams, goals, and I had all these things, and I tried to look at what I was good at, and I came up with, I'm good making things, good with my hands, and I've got a gob on us. So I want to do something where I can gob on to people, I can create something. Yeah. And then I kind of like made a list of all of the careers that kind of fitted into that in some way. And Hairdressing was on there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't high up.
Mm.
My number one was like female carpenter.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I also had light maker because I had
Oh,
this.
yes.
There's this film called Runaway Bride,
Oh,
and she's a
yeah.
light maker on it, and I was like, oh, I want to do that.
What a great job.
Yeah, but then looked at courses that offered training in areas. There's no light maker course, but electrician, and then carpentry, and then hairdressing was funded fully by the government, and I didn't have to pay a penny towards it because I wasn't working at the time when I came back home to live in England, and I just thought, sod it, let's give it a go. I've got now to lose.
Yeah.
Didn't think I would love it. Didn't think, I just went into it fully open-minded.
And was that before you had the boys?
So that was after. So this whole process of me deciding what to do, that didn't come quickly. Like, it took years. So I kind of came home and was just jobless. And I just, honestly, it was a pretty pivotal moment. I just sort of said to Ryan, we're done. Like, I'm done here now. So I went back home without a plan. And obviously that's a bit freaky, but we went back and lived with my mum and dad for a bit because we had to sell our house. We bought a house in Watford when I was working in London. My sister was living in that house at the time, and we couldn't move back in with my sister because she was there. So we moved in with mum and dad. And then we spent 6 months working on our own little business called Dabs. We made protective PPE that could be washed and recycled. So I developed it and got funded by the UK government for that.
Oh, amazing.
So I did that for about 8 months. So we had to apply for a grant from the government. We came up with this idea, we'll make recyclable, washable, COVID-safe gloves that maybe we thought could be used on like buses and the tube and anyone that comes into contact with people and needed like regular hand to be safe from COVID. And at the time, COVID was booming.
Yeah.
And then we pitched for this investment and we got it. So we got £12,000 from the UK government to develop these gloves.
Wow.
And because I had all my contacts in China,
Yeah.
I got them developed in China and had them shipped. And it was a huge success. And we had some interest from like buyers from TfL and the Northeast buses. I can't remember what they were called now, Arriva, I think.
Yeah.
But then during that time, I got pregnant with the twins, the twinnies, and they came really early. So everything got stopped. So that was that. That was kind of the end of the Dabs dream. But that's okay.
Yeah, and things happen for a reason, and it was the boys' time to come, and I guess not everybody was ready and prepared because they were a little bit early, super early.
Very early, 26 weeks,
God.
Crazy early. So I was like pregnant, working on this thing, having a great time, thinking I had months till the boys come and it would all be fine. And then I became in 26 weeks during COVID, and I had to freaking just get blue lighted to Sheffield from here to have the babies in Sheffield because there was no beds in the Northeast.
Is that because they were all overtaken with like COVID?
Well, there was a link. They said there was a potential link between the vaccine and premature birth, and I had the vaccine. So you obviously blame yourself, don't you? But then everyone told me to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
But there was no link proven. So like, even though they came early, I had to send my placenta off for analysis.
Oh, wow.
But they didn't reply to me about what the findings was or anything. So I never found out what.
So there's been all these testing on your placenta, but you have no idea what's happened.
I don't know. Yeah, they just said it was a sporadic kind of fluke. Yeah. Your waters have just broke and c'est la vie.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and that's so scary. But the boys are thriving and doing amazing now. How many years later? So they're similar age to Mabel?
So they've just turned 4.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Were you telling me they had a climbing wall?
Yeah, in their room, in their bedroom, yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, Mabel will love that.
Yes, she will. She's got such good upper body strength.
Oh my God, so does Finn.
It's crazy.
Finn's got such good hang strength. Like, he can hang on monkey bars for ages. And I'm like, what? Whereas Locke's like his strengths lie in singing and dancing.
Yes, absolutely.
Strengths.
Mabel regularly makes me play the video of them doing the put boogie in the house.
I know, it's so good. I've showed so many people that video.
So adorable.
They bonded so well, didn't they?
Like, amazingly well. So, like, Mabel obviously is adopted and can be quite timid around new people, even to the point, like, she knows my mum very well, but she wouldn't just openly go walking away with my mum. Or like my friends who've got kids who I've made through adoption, who she also knows them and their mummies very well. She won't even speak to them sometimes. It's like, crazy how she just, as soon as the boys were in, she was like, "Oh yeah, these are my people. Like, this is my tribe. I can talk to these. I'm not nervous. I'm not scared. Like, I'm being my true self." Like,
But did you not find it really funny the way, like, I arrived at your house, obviously, we've never been there before, and my two kids just walked straight in and just went to the playroom
yeah,
and just ran in and were like, started to play with the toys. And I was stood at your door, like, yeah, hi. My kids are kind of in your house, but sorry about that. But they just made themselves at home. But I think that probably put Mabel at ease a bit because they were like,
yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
They didn't make a fuss or cling to you, so she
No,
was like, "Oh yeah, great. Let's just go and have fun."
yeah.
And they were straight keen in with the dressing up. So we had them dressed up as Sky, and yeah, it was brilliant. We got all the pups. She's been obsessed with the pups since the boys have been.
Yeah, she's revived interest in the pups, yeah.
Oh, definitely. And she's like, I go see Lockfin and see Lockfin and see their Paw Patrol towers. I was like, yes, yes, we will. She was like, and I climbing. I was like, yeah, we could do climbing. And I was like, oh, she remembered the climbing wall comments. She doesn't miss a trick.
Yeah, they do.
And the boys were in with the snacks, like just a little house without even anything in the house. They were just so happy playing with anything.
I know, they
Look at
do.
that.
They do, the happy little beans. We were very lucky because, like, being born at 26 weeks, they were on, they had, like, really poorly lungs and they had to have loads of operations when they were young. So I didn't work for 2 years, I think, 2.5 really, because I was only dabbling in hairdressing at the beginning because I only did a couple of clients because
Yeah.
I was just trying it out.
Yeah.
So they were born with poorly lungs, so they were on oxygen for 6 months. So they came home on oxygen and everything. So the fact that they're all okay is bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the NHS, how marvellous the NHS is. Like,
Yeah.
they've got them through it. Like, the
Oh.
things they can do with neonates are just extraordinary.
Massive, like, yeah, just amazing. My cousin's little boy, I think he might have been 27 weeks. She has diabetes and had like really challenging pregnancies with both her boys, and
Yeah.
they both came very early and had like fluid on their lungs and things. And it's just and then to see them just running around now, like absolutely living it up and running absolute riot, it's amazing. Like, because I guess the opposite is that, they struggled really badly, and that they weren't paid to run around. And like, I just look at them and think, God, we're so blessed to, like you say, to have the NHS, to have the equipment and the people that we do, to support these little tiny babies, and little, like, the equipment to support little tiny baby lungs, and like, it's just fantastic.
And as many people said to me at the time, like, if they had been years ago, they wouldn't have made it. Like, the fact that they're here now is lucky that they came now. Because I kind of did research on famous twins throughout history. Because after that, I found out I was having identical twins. I got interested in twins
Yeah.
and finding out about them. And when you look through history, like, can you really name any identical twins that are super famous, like, throughout history? I'm talking like back in Tudor times and like going backwards. It's because mostly twins didn't survive.
Yeah.
Like, they just didn't for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I just feel very, very blessed
Yeah, absolutely.
to have them and for them to be okay after being born with so many things, like having a brain bleed, holes in their hearts, having really premature lungs, needing the oxygen support, and obviously during COVID, having all these things, having respiratorily challenged children. I was like, great, awesome. But it's all turned out okay, which is marvellous.
And again, Becca, I'm just in awe of like how you like deal with that and come out the other side, and all smiling, successful business, and the boys are absolutely thriving, and Ryan's got his own work and stuff going on. Like, you're just like a power couple, like a power family. Like, you're just like, you're doing so amazing, and I guess it does make you reflect and be really grateful for the opportunities and the I guess in them days when the boys were in hospital, it's like all the little wins, isn't it? Like, slowly coming off oxygen and having different operations, and it must have just been so scary. And then
I kept a diary, and like every day I was writing down what their stats were and oxygen levels and what things were going well and what things weren't. And recently I looked back at it, and it's hard to read, because it was like going through it at the time, because I'm a glass half full person. Like, I always try and think the best of people and the best of situations as much as I can. Like, and at the time, I just thought they're going to be fine because the alternative was unimaginable. So I couldn't imagine anything else. So people kept going, how are you holding it together? And I was like, but I've got to, because they've got to be okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine life any other way. And I think, like, reading back the notes again, it humbles you that
Yeah.
they've come so far
Yeah.
and they've done
It's giving me
so
goosebumps
well.
all over my body, like just hearing it and imagining years to come when, you know, you're celebrating, who knows, maybe they'll have a home salon of the year award as well. Like in years to come when you're celebrating all the wins with them and, you know, looking back on, you know, how difficult their entry into the world was at a really difficult time in the world. And they had a difficult start coming into it. And, you know, just the way they walked in so confident. And yeah, it's gorgeous.
It is. They are little, like, they're definitely little miracles. And I do kind of, I try and just enjoy each day because, like, I know everyone says they're not young for long, and
Oh,
I try and take that
yeah.
like on board and enjoy the tantrums when I can,
Yeah.
and give them lots of opportunities to like travel and sort of see things. And because the world's a strange place at the minute, and I feel like I don't read the news. I'm not like a big news reader
Yeah.
because it's scary. And you don't know how long like the borders are going to be open and we are going to be able to travel easily, because COVID obviously came out of the blue. And I feel like the news generally is quite like ominous. Like
Yes.
you feel like there's a threat and we're not sure what that threat really is,
No.
but I feel like there's something brewing.
Yeah.
So I take every opportunity I can to like take them here, there and everywhere and travel to Thailand and
Yeah.
do those things.
And you got to experience obviously a lot of that with your work and things. So it's, you know, you want them to have the same opportunities and experiences that, you know, that you had, and you want them to explore the world and
Yeah.
see things. And I think it's amazing. I think I saw a picture recently, you were traveling, did you do like a solo flight with the boys? Were you meeting
Yeah.
Ryan or something? And I was like, God, you're so brave. Like I couldn't imagine doing that with one Mabel, let alone two.
Well, that's the other like key part of how well
But they have
I'm
each other
doing.
as well. Like,
It's that, but it's the family network we've got.
yeah.
Like Ryan's mum and dad. So Ryan's dad lives in Thailand, and Ryan's mum married Pete, and Pete's been in my life since I've known Ryan.
Yeah.
And him and Jan live down in Suffolk with
Yeah.
Tom, who's Ryan's brother, and they come up as much as they possibly can, and they come and visit us, and they support us when they can, and they babysit. We go down and see them, and it's really good to have their support. And Jan's like my biggest, and she's just so supportive.
That's lovely.
It's gorgeous, and I'm really close to her, and like think of her definitely as like a second mum.
Yeah.
She's really wonderful. She's got 3 boys, so she never had a girl. So like I feel like me as her
Daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law, it's like it's important to like
She's living her
cherish.
girl mum life now. She has you, maybe.
Yeah, like cherish that. We used to go shopping together, and we go to the theatre together sometimes in London. And it's a joy. It really is a joy to have her. And then my mum being down the road, she looks after the kids 2 days a week while she picks them up from nursery when I'm working.
Yeah.
And that support network's one of the reasons, I guess, why me and Ryan are like doing okay.
Yeah.
That's so important, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Especially when you've got like a lot going on, like with twins and a big family.
Definitely.
With yours, you've got a big family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I say all the time, I'm so lucky that Meg has the relationship with Mabel that she does, because she's probably the only person we can really leave her with. Even next the end of the year, me and Sunny are going to Prague. Yeah, it's Prague. Going to Prague for 4 nights, and
Nice.
Meg is gonna have Mabel and solo parent Mabel for like 4 nights while we're away, and I'm like, but she wouldn't go.
great.
Yeah, she wouldn't go like with my mum or anybody else. Like her and Meg's bond is just unbelievable.
Oh, that's
like,
lovely.
yeah, it's so gorgeous to see, to the point where Meg picked her up from school nursery the other day for the first time, and one of the mums messaged me saying, "Oh, was that Mabel's big sister who had picked her up?" Because the look of love on Mabel's face when she ran out. And I was like, so proud of the bond that they've created. Because when we adopted her, Meg was really not into kids at all, like was very anti-child and was never going to have kids and hated children. So for dad to marry a woman who had a younger child and then start talking about potentially fostering or adopting, Meg was like, ugh, like revolted almost at the idea. And now she's like, I need a husband and a kid now. And I'm like, hang on a minute. You want a kid and a husband. You don't need a husband to have a kid. Like you can just adopt a kid, you can have a kid without a husband, because she's single. And I don't know how she's single because she's so beautiful. But it's totally changed her. I think having Mabel has just, but I think having children in the family just totally makes the family a different place, doesn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
if the family haven't had kids for many years, and Meg grew up as a really close family with her brother and her cousins and things. And, you know, then to have a little sister, and there's a huge age gap between me and my sister. She's 18. Yeah, she's gonna be 19. She's just moved to Newcastle for university. And it was almost like when she was born, I was like young 20s. And it was like she was my baby, you know, like I loved mothering her. And I always had that motherly instinct, whereas I think Mabel's really brought it out for Meg. And it's amazing what kids can do to people, like whether you're parents or not parents, you know.
Oh God, I know. Like me and Ryan been together since we were 20. We met in China because he did Chinese as well.
Oh, really?
So
we both have conversations in Chinese. I was saying on the way over, like, I want Becca to say something in Chinese. Like, I want to, like,
oh, good Lord. Hey, God, I'm very rusty, you know. I'll say, 认识你很高兴，你是很漂亮啊。
and what's that?
So nice to meet you. You're beautiful.
Oh, it sounded really beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely.
I mean,
And is it Mandarin? Like Mandarin? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mandarin.
So we had a few children at the nurseries that I worked with that spoke Mandarin, and we used to celebrate all different cultures at nursery, and we put loads of Mandarin, like lettering and language, like pictures of the language around, and we had the mums and stuff come in and teach us a little bit so we could say it to the children, because a lot of them, the only language that was really spoken at home was, you know, was Mandarin, and
Yeah.
you know, hearing English was a little bit like secondary to them. So is it? I can always remember saying ni hao.
Yeah.
Is that hello?
Yeah, it is. Well done.
That's the only thing I can remember.
Beautiful.
Ni hao.
Great work, man. Think of all of the Chinese followers listening to Pete. I could crack
Oh
down.
my gosh.
Constant subscribers. Absolutely great. I mean, like, me language skills. Like, if I was back in China, I'd have more confidence speaking and stuff. But I feel like I want to learn more languages. Like, if I had the
Really?
time,
Yeah.
like, I would. And I'm one of them annoying people. My sister hates it. Every time I visit a country on a family holiday, I like to learn a bit of the language.
Yeah,
So I talk
yeah.
to waiters and that, and I
Yeah.
talk to the staff.
I love
Like,
that.
my sister's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's keeps me real. She
Oh.
brings me down a peg or two. But
Yeah.
we brought down a peg or two.
Oh,
Do you know
I
what I
love
mean?
that. She
She's like,
sounds lovely.
she's hilarious. We're very different. She works in like for the police in the historical murders.
Oh, wow.
So she like is on a team of people who are trying to solve cold cases.
Oh my gosh, let's get her on the podcast as well. Amazing.
And her background is also fashion.
Oh, wow. And so is she older or younger? What's the...
3 years younger. And so we both she did fashion at uni, I did Chinese, but then she ended up as a visual merchandiser and I ended up in product development. And then we both lived in London for a long time.
Oh.
But now she came back, worked as an undertaker's and really enjoyed that. And then went into the historical murders team. And now she's a indexer.
Oh, God.
She loves it.
I can imagine that's... It's weird, isn't it? Like, when I say to people, like, oh, I loved watching the Ed Gein thing on Instagram, I loved watching the Ed Gein thing on Netflix, and all the other crime documentaries. I'm like, am I just a walking red flag, like a walking murderer? Like, love the serial killer stuff, but I think it's because I am autistic and ADHD, I love real factual things.
Yeah.
So it's not that I love them. Like, I love people getting murdered and killed. How did it happen? Like, learning about Ed Gein and his poor mental health and him having schizophrenia and, like, oh, maybe if he was helped as a child, like if he was born now, maybe he would have got the help he needed and he wouldn't have committed those crimes. Like, I have so much empathy. And
it's great. Honestly, it's fascinating. And like, as I say, Shauna, she's got that type of like really analytical mind and she's very organised, totally different to me, very, very different.
Yeah.
But like, she absolutely loves it. Whereas I'm too much of a wuss to be involved in like scary crime related things. She always says to me, Becky, you wouldn't be able to hack this because I'd be crying all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, gullible, I'll cry at a book, I'll cry at stuff like that. Whereas she's a bit more, she can handle it, I think.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, it's just bonkers. Like, changing your stars, changing your life, doing different things.
Yeah.
Life is short. That's what I keep thinking.
Yeah.
You just put yourself out there, do the thing. Don't be afraid. Be wild, be fun, have fun.
Absolutely.
That's looking pretty good.
It is.
It's looking really good. I don't put the fringe across at the beginning when it's like this.
Yeah.
Because it goes boing. So I cut the fringe at the end. I finish it all off. But I want to get the shape and like the drama. You
love
like
it.
a lion, don't you? It's gorgeous.
I love it.
I need you to turn your head upside down now. So could you face me and turn your head upside down? Thank you. Thank you. Let's have a look. It's nice now them ends are off. It's going to bounce up gorgeous.
I know, I can't wait. I love all my products. Like, I have literally, you know, you were saying that you'd bumped into a client and they had straight hair and they were like, I actually have straightened my hair.
Mortified, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I had my hair coloured like a root colour because I have a few greys. So I had a root colour on this week. So I just washed my hair and I didn't style it with products for curling or anything. I just left it. And she offered to blow dry it afterwards
Turn back around.
and did blow dry it a little bit, but not how I would do it with like the gels and things. And she offered, and I was like, no, it's fine. So this week, it's the first week I've had like no curl products in my hair and not. But every week since I've left, I used to hold my phone as I was washing my hair at like on a table outside the shower, read the next step that I needed to do and do it exactly like an autistic person would to the T, the size of a runner bean. So I'm Googling what a runner bean looks like so I can make sure that I have the right amount of product on my hand to put in my hair.
I love that. I try to be like as specific as I could for each client to give them a little guide. Because that's the hard thing.
Yeah, each person's hair is so different. So whilst one person might need a lot of conditioner, the other person might need like a minute bit or none.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Right, that looks bougie. So we are going to get it washed now.
Our favourite part, yeah. Do you have a favourite cut that you like to do, Becca? Like a favourite style?
Yeah, like shags.
Do you?
And mullets.
And that's like a mullet is probably my biggest hair fear.
So many people as well. Yeah. I don't know, like when I started getting inspired when I got into hairdressing and I started enjoying it, and the first year was terrified because I didn't really understand it. And then when I started getting to grips with what I was actually doing more, I started following a lot of hairdressers. Yeah. And because my tendencies are always to follow things that are a bit more out of the ordinary. Yeah. So I'd follow all these hairdressers who were quite edgy, and normally they were London based, or sometimes in America, or sometimes in Poland even. Do you know, like Eastern Europe got quite cool hairdressers, and America and all sorts. And when I started following these people, I started getting really inspired by what hairdressing could be and what like shapes you can create, because you can learn the basics and just do the basics forever, but pushing yourself and learning and keeping on training, which I'm really a big fan of. Yeah. That's what keeps me so inspired. Yeah. Meeting other hairdressers who've gone on like journeys and who are successful. Yeah. And creating shapes, because I feel like cutting hair's like molding. Oh, like you've got this, your hair's clear and you can mold it into different shapes. That's how I believe hairdressing is for me.
Definitely. And I think it's like, there's a whole artistry to it, really. It's not just like when the lady who does my colour, obviously in the past she's cut my hair, and she was saying, she was asking questions about a curly cut and how it's different from like a regular cut. And, you know, like I've seen hairdressers like getting things so even and symmetrical and cutting like really straight, but it's totally different with like a curly haircut. Like the rules and the dynamics of doing it was. So did you train in normal, you did the hairdressing and then you did like a separate cut, like you were really interested in the whole curly, because you don't do clients with straight hair. People come to you because they have curly hair or they want to embrace their curl or.
Yeah, so I started hairdressing in the June of 2022. And by the time I got to the September, I was feeling like disillusioned by the course, because I did it in Hartlepool and it was the VCTC course I think we started with. Right. And all of the hair styles we were learning were for straight hair. Like there wasn't any variation, and it didn't make sense to me, because I kept thinking, but how would this work on a tight curl client? How would this work on like a wavy hair client? Because yes, you can dry the hair and force it to be straight, but intrinsically it's not going to be like that, is it, when it goes natural? Yeah. And anyone who wears the hair natural. So I kept questioning it with the teacher, and she just said, oh, you're going to have to specialize if you want to do curls, because we don't really teach it from that kind of perspective. So I thought, right, well, that's what I want to do then. I just felt like it was a huge gap in the market, and I was kind of surprised that it hadn't been shouted about more. Yeah. Really. But then, because the way you learn hairdressing is like you do it all based on angles, and like you cut, and it's very angle driven. It's very mathematical, actually, hairdressing. But then when you get a bit more experienced, I think then it becomes less mathematical, because then you're going with more your intuition. So that's the kind of hairdressing that I love, is intuitive hairdressing. you kind of go with the flow, you learn the basics, and then you kind of bend the rules a little bit.
Yes.
So when
That's where the creativity comes from, isn't it? Like, if
Totally.
we all stuck to the rules, we'd all walk on the same hair. Like,
Exactly. And then I met Kim Taylor at the curl clinic, so I Googled hairdressing, curly hair hairdressing,
yeah.
and then her course came up, and it was the only accredited course in the UK.
Wow.
So I had to do that because I love
Yeah.
a certificate and I love learning.
Yeah.
And I'm a geek. And she taught it so clearly. It was like I knew straight away when I met her passion for the job. And it was all very mathematical, but coming at it more from like science, like why is curly hair different? Why does it need different things? What is porosity?
Yeah.
Why does porosity matter so much to a curly haircut?
Yeah.
And the more I learn from her, because I've been on 3 trainings with her so far, and I'm going on another one in a couple of weeks.
Oh, amazing.
I keep going down to see her because she's like
And
this.
where's she based? Leeds.
And she's like this fountain of knowledge. She's really like inspirational. And every time I see her, I learn something.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
And that's invaluable to me.
Yeah.
And cutting your hair dry, it just gives you a much better indication of how the hair's going to lie once it's finished. And you can also have the ability to take less hair off.
Yeah.
So you're not always chopping huge amounts off. It can be minute, but it makes such a huge difference.
Oh, definitely.
It's more like cutting a hedge. It's like topiary.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it's different. Yeah.
Well, I did go down a rabbit hole, as you know, after I left, and was looking at how can I train to do this? Because I think this is something I would really enjoy. Like, I think in a lot of ways we've got quite similar brains in like, I love being hands-on and creative. And for me, it's like a dopamine hit. Like, this is what I've started with, and wow, this is what I've finished with. Like, look at that before and after. Like, it's insane. Like, you just get instant gratification, instant job satisfaction, like to see that you've made that huge difference. And for me, it's like that reveal at the end of like, you're not really seeing your hair. And then at the end, when you see it, it's like unfathomable that my hair could have even had that curl to it. Like, I'd never managed to achieve anything like that. Like, it was just an amazing experience.
I'm so glad.
I know. So you inspired me to want to, I mean, I haven't taken a leap or anything yet, but it's definitely something that I would love to train in. I would love to do. And I did leave school and go and do hairdressing for about 3 weeks. But I was doing an apprenticeship in a salon, and it was like really old ladies, like with like tight little curls, and like you put this plastic curler in and painted a solution on it. And I was just washing hair because obviously I'd only been there for 3 weeks, didn't really know what I was doing. But I bought scissors and cut all my friends' hair and thought, this is brilliant.
It's so good, isn't it? You get such a kick out of cutting hair.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like addictive.
It really is.
One of the little girls' mums at Mabel's nursery had messaged saying, oh, my daughter keeps pulling at her hair saying she wants a fringe like Mabel. I was like, maybe I've found my calling, and my side business, my side hustle can be cutting like bangs and putting some many passenger bangs in all the nursery and reception kids at Mabel's school.
Yeah, bangs queen.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like
love that.
I love it.
That would be hilarious. I would love that. I would love to just spitball ideas for your business name. Because the business name for me took ages to kind of come to, and like, and I love naming things. Like, and I was like, I want to do something that's a bit out there and a bit quirky, and it's something to do with an animal. So I was going to go with wolf, like, because wolf curls. I like the idea of wolf. And I used to get called all sorts of names for being hairy at school. So I wanted to take, wolf was one of them. So I just want to take like a negative thing and make it into a positive thing.
Yeah.
And then I thought beast. Yeah. Like that's kind of a negative sounding word, but make it cool. Like make it a positive thing. So then your bangs, you're going to be like, you're going to think of an animal, right? And then make it cool. So no.
I don't know why, but I thought of a raccoon.
Good Lord. That is way too creepy. No, it's got to be something like
a poodle with a fringe.
Yeah, it's got to be
a poodle. Maybe it's something to have a dog breed.
Oh, they totally will with that name. But maybe you could do dogs, you know, that's a booming business, grooming. Dog grooming is a booming business as well, you know.
Yeah, dog bangs.
Dog bangs.
I joked with Meg the other day saying, oh yeah, I could do like a $5 or a bang. And I was like, oh God, it sounds like a whole different business, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds definitely more down the prostitute route. But, you know, everyone's got to make a living.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we can have loads of fun with that. Well, I'll keep thinking on it as I'm doing your hair, and I'm sure we'll come up with something.
Definitely. We'll have a name and a brand by the end of it. And I loved, when I was looking at your website, like I loved a lot of the language that you used on your website, and it being like an inclusive space, and you wanting to support. I think when I came, Becca, I think you'd had like your first transgender client in, and you were really excited about that, and just the language that you used and the pictures, the graphics, the design, and everything of the website.
Thank you.
I just really loved. So did you design all of that stuff as well?
Yeah, it came in dribs and drabs because I started just taking messages on Facebook because I started just advertising on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I quite quickly realised after like a month that I could not keep up with the messages. Yeah, because it was like people asking to book in and then asking me questions about my prices, changing bookings, and quite quickly my brain was like, no. So I got a booking system, and the booking system was a godsend because it takes care of absolutely everything for me. And because I've got like a lot of ADHD traits, I feel like for me, having a good booking system is a complete godsend. And like style wise, I wanted it to be easy as anything to use because a lot of my clients are older and they're not super tech savvy. And then in terms of like the sort of diversity and equality side of things, I've always been massively passionate that anyone who feels like they're different should find a safe place for them. And I wanted this to be that for people. Like, doesn't matter your background or where you're from, what your story is. This is a place where you'll feel safe and one-to-one with me. No other clients here. That's really important as well.
Definitely, and I think a lot in like the neurodiversity world, like some people with autism who are suffering with like burnout, ADHD with burnout, and I mean, God, Sonny will probably love it if I was autistic to the point where I was a bit more mute. But sometimes I do, I'm that burnt out that for a few hours I can be mute and I'm just very, very quiet because I just feel so burnt out.
I do that too. I recognise that.
So for somebody who maybe does want that quiet experience, who doesn't want to be in a chatty, busy, overstimulating, overwhelming, like I struggle a lot with like sensory noises and things. Like my house is sensory overload for me at times because someone's got the telly on, someone's watching a TikTok on their phone, whilst two people are having a conversation and the dog's barking and the telly's on and the radio's on, and it just all feels too much. Coming here, like immediately from reading your website, I felt like this is a safe space that I can come to and be like, if I was having a really overwhelmed day, I feel like I could say like you said, oh, do you want us to turn the music off? Like I would feel comfortable to say, oh yeah, actually I'd really love that and just love a bit of a quiet space. Like this is such a lovely space for anybody with not just like obviously having curly hair, but somebody who, is neurodiverse and, is feeling that overwhelm. And
I totally get what you mean. Like even just the client this morning, she texted me in a panic yesterday because she couldn't get a babysitter. I mean, her childminder couldn't babysit her 1-year-old baby. So she was really upset. She was like, oh, I really don't want to cancel the appointment. Can my baby come? I said, absolutely. Like this is a child-friendly zone. If you want to breastfeed, if you want to nurse your baby. I've had many times where I've done someone's hair and they've breastfed through the entire appointment. Yeah. And for me, that's what this space is for. That. Yeah. I have one lady who brings her dog, her little dog with her. I have one client who was here on Saturday, actually, she's a really lovely person. She's got her child is 9 years old, I think coming up 10, and she's adorable, but she has additional needs. I can't actually remember what exactly the needs are, but she presents as a much younger child, and she has hearing aids. And because I speak a bit of sign language, having that communication with her, Evie Jean, her name is, she's able to like relax a bit more in the space. And her mum, she's an interpreter. And when the first time she came, she brought a friend who was deaf, and so the whole appointment was with that interpreter, with her child with additional needs, and then the lady who was deaf, her child wasn't deaf, but she had her hair done by me. And the whole appointment was like, there was 4 people plus me, and it was beautiful. And I managed to lip read, they managed to lip read me, and I did a bit of sign language, and the whole thing was it just worked. And I think it's really important, like,
and you wouldn't get that.
Spaces need to be for everyone,
Like people bringing their carers, like my friend who comes, she's a foster carer, like, she might have a baby on an emergency placement and things, It is just that lovely, tranquil, relaxing space.
Yeah, absolutely. I also do a bit of like volunteering. So there's this client of mine, and she is, I don't want to say the wrong words, but I think head of the student LGBTQ writes at Teesside University.
Oh, wow.
Forgot the exact title of her job, but she's marvellous. And she said, do you want to come to the intersectionality sort of Pride Day?
Oh,
And so I went and volunteered for the day, and it was basically a space where people all from all intersectional backgrounds, and so we had a lot of LGBTQ people, and it was just marvellous. And I did so many people's hair, and it was great, and people were shocked, and there was songs, and there was stalls, and it was just a really brilliant day to celebrate differences in people and why we should be together in our differences.
yeah.
It's really important to me, that.
Oh, definitely. And I've seen a few male clients as well with like longer curly hair on your page as well. So,
Why I like
yeah.
boys, and boys are picky as out.
Are
They're
they?
the trickiest clients all the time.
I love that.
Yeah, no, honestly, man, some of the lads, they're just like really specific about what they want. Whereas the lasses are a bit more, a lot of the times, like, you just go with the flow.
Yeah, what do you think?
You do you.
Yeah.
Ah, me lads, they like, they proper hardcore.
Oh, I love that.
Great. I love it. Men are really into hair now and skincare.
Oh.
Marvellous.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. I always go to my moisturiser and think how much less there is in there than the last time I looked in it. And I realise it's because it's a joint moisturiser. Now, I didn't know that at the time when I bought it, but my products are definitely...
Sonny's getting the use out.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually invested in one of those like Shark LED face masks a while ago. Again, with ADHD, it's a fad. I think I'm going to use it. I don't. I'm lucky if I remember to take medication. But yeah, Sonny's used it a few times. It's brilliant. Oh, fab. He loves it. He loves a good face mask. We love a pamper in our house.
Oh, God, yeah. You've got to get in touch with your feminine side. That's what it's all about in this day and age.
Oh, and for us, it's like a date night at home. Like, let's put a face mask on, eat popcorn, like,
yeah,
watch a movie.
Yeah, when you've got kids, these are the things you've got to do, you know.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
You got to take your little wins where you can and just have fun and enjoy it. Because as I say, like, you know, it seems all doom and gloom in the wider world.
Yeah.
These little small happy moments and wins you can get in a world where you read the news and it's just so sad. It's nice.
In your own little environment, in your own little bubble, creating your own little happiness and memories and moments. It's just priceless, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I love stories of people just going for it and not letting life kind of hinder them in any way. I do get circumstances don't allow everyone to be able to just drop their job and do their passion, like whether it's knitting or something or embroidery or whatever that might be. But I love it when people try. Yeah. You know what I mean? I really do.
Yeah. I think that's it for me to become a curly beast. For me to do anything like that. It's the fear of leaving your job and leaving that security and retraining. And like you say, what if it fails? Like there is a lot of worry and a lot of anxiety over that, but you just don't know until you try. Like your own mum was like, oh, this isn't going to go very well, or, you know, whatever.
She sort of just said, I don't think people are going to want to come there, like come to your salon. I don't think this is the place for it.
Yeah.
I don't think she took into account that people would travel to an hour to get here.
Oh, definitely. Like people, like when you want the best and you want a specialist, like you will travel.
And I don't know, I might be biased, right? But I think curly haired people are just mint. Like none of my clients are in any way like horrible. No. I get on with all of them. Yeah. And like I feel like curly people, I don't know why, but they've all had a bit of trauma and they've all got stories.
And maybe it comes out in the curls and manifests in the curl patterns.
I just feel like we're a bit different as a we. Yeah. And I feel like, you've either been bullied at school or you've been picked on in some straight shape or form. And I get a lot of curly kids coming and they just want to have straight hair. That's what they want, because yes, curly hair's becoming a lot more, you know, in the mainstream. It's starting to get popular again. You start to see a bit more volume and a bit more 80s vibes. But mainstream is still the bouncy blowouts and the straight hair, I think. Yeah. And I think, like, it is hard and kids haven't changed. Kids are still cruel. Yeah. And so you do get people who've had bad experiences who come here and they're just looking for like a safe haven or just someone to make them love their hair again. Do you know what I mean?
It's so sad.
I know. Right, I'm putting on now prep spray, which is it's like a plumping agent. Ooh. And it gives you a bit of heat protector as well. I'm not putting any curl cream on, any leave-in conditioner, none of that, because your hair is super moisturised. And we want volume, so we're going to go straight in with gel. And we're going to go in with the volume gel first. We're just going to put a bit of volume gel on. Then we're going to go in with a whole gel as well. So we're going to do 2 gels today.
Great.
It might be done.
I'm a bit obsessed with like, so when I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD, I decided that I wanted to take medication for ADHD. As you hear about all the people who had amazing positive stories taking the ADHD medication, I wanted to have the same and function as Pascale 2.0, like all singing, all dancing, not throwing my car keys in the sink of hot water instead of my mug. I get to the car and be like, I've still got the mug, the keys are in the washing up bowl, bloody hell.
Sounds almost like me.
Yeah, like, so I was hell bent. I was having medication and I was going to be like one of these TikTok people who have the epiphany and the crying because their life is just so much more improved. And already you can tell I've gone off on a tangent. I don't even know what the point to my story was. But
It's
yeah,
about charity shops, and then you went,
yes.
yeah, right.
So I started taking my ADHD medication and that made me really autistic. And I guess maybe my autistic, like a lot of people have special interests. Like mine then became, I've always loved vintage things. Like my house is very like,
It's gorgeous, your house.
yeah, it's very vintagey. Like I love an old floral photo frame. I love a thing to put a thing on. I love a little white tray, a little like crystal tray with trinkets of packing. Like I love all of that stuff.
Yeah, your house is always curated like it's a window of like a store, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
I
love that big weird dog you've got.
Oh my gosh, love that. That was from the
That's so cool.
£3. It's the ugliest hot dog I've ever seen, but I love it.
Dude, it's the first thing I saw when I walked in that living room. I was like, that dog is so cool. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. I love it.
Yeah.
And like some of my other friends would come in and be like, what the hell? Why have you got a weird hot dog? Like that's so weird. And
I love it.
And they've probably got like a grey home with like white and grey everywhere. But yeah, I'm just not a white and grey person.
Ditto.
Yeah. So, but I think that was magnified massively. So I found myself trying to look for purpose because it also just sent me through a loop and I took a little bit of time off work. And so I was driving around to charity shops just looking for things like bargains. And then I guess it was maybe like a dopamine hit because then I would be like, oh my God, diesel shirt. These would be like 200 quid. I've just got it for £1. How unreal is that? Like, and I'd get home with all my purchases and I'd be just so buzzing and just embroiled in like, where am I going to put this glass dog? Where am I going to put this little tea bag holder? Or trying to make it into something that it's not. So I bought a glass, but I'm going to buy a candle making kit and I'm going to make it a candle now. I was just like that for like months.
I know, I totally get it because it's so similar to me.
Yeah. And now off the medication, I think the ADHD and the autism must balance me out because I didn't feel right on the medication and I just kept upping it and convincing myself, oh, if I take a bit more, if I take a bit more. And then I got to 50 like milligrams. I think you can only take 70. And I was just like, I just feel so angry and so irritable. Like, I feel like I just don't feel like myself. Yeah, it was really awful. And now having been off medication for maybe 2.5, 3 weeks, like I just feel like back to normal again, like my normal, whatever that is, where I feel like I'm not trying to go to charity shops every day. I'm not trying to upcycle things every day. But yeah, I probably did go to a charity shop in Peterlee and did extensive research about where the best charity shops were. Went up to Newcastle Daisy Chain because it was a mega store.
Oh yeah, it's good that.
Yeah, just amazing. I love it.
I feel like since I've been in this job, talking to my clients has opened my eyes to like mental health things. So like I'd never considered that I had ADHD until I became a hairdresser. I never even thought about it. I did a quiz when I first started doing my training. In the induction part of my training as a hairdresser, they made you do lots of questionnaires. And one of the questionnaires was an ADHD questionnaire.
Wow.
And it just said out of these 10 things, you had to put agree, strongly agree, don't agree, strongly don't agree, or neither. There's 5 options. So I did the quiz, didn't think anything of it, and I got 9 out of 10. Like, and the lady said, "Oh, you've got like out of the possible ADHD, you're 9 out of 10." So then I was like, "What?" And then that was like, okay. So then I just put that in a box and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Didn't think about it again because I was cracking on with my life. And
Yeah.
I had these young kids and I didn't have time to think about it.
No.
And then since I've done this job, loads of my clients have been like, "You got ADHD, don't you?" Like, it was actually out, they've kind of like outed me on it without me even saying anything.
Yeah.
And like, I had a client last week and she has 3 neurodivergent children and the mum runs a music school in Saltburn. And she was sat here and she was really quirky, super cool lady. And she went, "You're neurodivergent, aren't you?" And I was like, "I think Maybe.
Because you know what? I think we have a radar. I think we have something inbuilt.
You do. And I've had 4 people now say without me telling them I have. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I do.
Yeah. And you said to me, oh, sorry, I didn't reply to your message. I think I've got a bit of ADHD brain sometimes. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can totally see this. Like, she's on the same level, like the same vibe as me. Like, I think there's definitely, like you say about people with curly hair, there's definitely a little bit of spiciness that you can just detect in that person and know, oh, yeah, I think they're the same as me. Like, and I know it's a spectrum, or as I'm learning, it's a spiky profile now. It's not a spectrum in autism. And everybody's is different and it forever changes because, especially in women, we're hormonal. Things change all the time. I think, look at that PMDD thing now and how that's affecting people. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I could. And it's how creative you are, Becca. It's how your mind works. And like, that made me think, you know, you are a unique person. And that creativity that you have, that made me. And then when you said, oh, you know, sorry, my ADHD brain must have just run away with me and I forgot to reply. I was like, oh yeah, she is.
Well, I did go down the like trying to get a diagnosed path. So I went, I did that right to choose thing. And then my doctors sent me a letter and then said, you're going to have an appointment online with someone. This is the time it's going to be. And I thought, right, yep. So it was in the diary. And then it was when I was in Thailand and I thought, oh, that's fine. I'll do it from Thailand because like, technology. And I missed the appointment.
Typical ADHD.
Because I forgot because I was in Thailand and things got away with me. And then they were like, you've been taken off the list now. So then that was in January of this year and I haven't gone back through it again. But then part of me's going, do I need the official diagnosis or would it help me to kind of look online, follow some helpful things to help ADHD people be better at what they do to run their lives more smoothly, like making lists? Getting up earlier than what you.
Hey, I can make a really good list, and I won't follow it.
True. Like I do love a list. Like I must say. But Ryan is really supportive of it, and I think now that we've discussed it at length, he also has come to terms with the fact he thinks that's what I've got because of the way I behave. And he always goes, right, Becca, sit down. We're just going to take a minute, like whatever you're doing, because he knows my brain's on so
he's tuned into that.
And like he is really good and sort of he helps me get up early and like we sit and we meditate and then the days where I remember to we sit and meditate and then we write in our journal like just nothing important, just kind of like about the day ahead or the day before. And it just clears my mind before the boys get up. And then I get the boys up. And that seems to give me a much more calmer start to the day.
That's lovely, that.
But we have
to be very dedicated to do, very disciplined to do that.
And we try to be. It doesn't happen every day, that's for certain.
Because I don't know if it is an ADHD or autistic or me thing, but I love my bed. Like I love sleep and I'm obsessed with trying to, like, I think when you have ADHD, quite often it's common for you not to have really, really good sleep. So I just crave sleep all the time and
I find it hard. Absolutely. Certainly this morning's like that's the thing. And we're trying this new thing, but we're both, it's hard to stick to it. You know, like to stick to anything. It's hard
to start a new habit.
I know. But as you say, it's just, there's a spectrum. I'm not saying I'm 100% on it. It hasn't been diagnosed officially, but I feel that the things that help people with ADHD do help me. Coping mechanisms do help me.
Absolutely.
Where I can. And as I say, like there'll probably be a new diagnosis out in another 10 years.
Absolutely.
I think everyone in the end is not going to be neurotypical, I think. Do you not think that's the way everything's going? I feel like everyone's going to have an acronym at some point. Even if you're neurotypical now, that will become, you're not neurotypical, you are this acronym. And even neurotypical people will be broken up into smaller chunks as well.
Definitely.
I know that's what I predict. I don't
well, we're keen to see what the future holds with that. Because I read a lot of stuff on like fetal alcohol syndrome recently because Mabel's birth mother was quite open and honest about about her substance use while she was pregnant. And
there you go.
Just looking at the little quirks that Mabel has and how that could potentially affect her. Again, like with so many things, autism and ADHD sound so similar and they cross over so much. A lot of like autistic and ADHD traits sound like alcohol syndrome traits. It's like, and I went down this rabbit hole, like speaking to my mom, and she was like, when I was pregnant with you, I was told like having a drink was good for you. And
Oh yeah.
I think there's going to be like so many people that come out of the woodwork with FASD, or however it's abbreviated to now, with fetal alcohol, because back then, 30, 40 years ago, you know, she said, I think it was like a pint of Guinness, a pint of stout or something,
Yeah.
a glass of red wine here and there. They were like, it's good for you.
My mum had Guinness when she was pregnant with me. Yeah.
And then and then I was thinking, well, maybe I've got that. Maybe it's not ADHD. And then you're down another rabbit hole, like looking at something else.
Well, that's the internet for you, because
Yeah.
I get a lot of clients because they come and they're like, well, obviously, you know, I'm sleeping in conditioner or I'm sieving my hair. And I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sleeping in conditioner, sieving your hair. Where's this come from? And it's like the overabundance of information online. You can go down these rabbit holes and sort of what's the word, diagnose yourself with, like, this is what I need to do to make this situation better.
Yeah.
Whereas then someone like a curl expert or like someone who's an expert in fetal alcohol syndrome and ADHD, they can put you right. You don't always have those people at your fingertips, do you?
Yeah.
So you can't always speak to a fetal alcohol syndrome expert and be like, so is this Mabel? You know, like, and that's the thing. That's why I feel like people like myself popping up and giving people help when they need it in hair. But you've got ChatGPT now, don't you, who are like answering questions online and you're going, right, this is the symptoms that my child has. You know, like, these are the things to consider. What's wrong?
Yeah.
And then ChatGPT is like giving you answers. And people are like taking this as gospel and doing things that a doctor should diagnose, but ChatGPT is doing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, ChatGPT told me I had pancreatitis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was really
lovely.
It went away after a week, and the doctor said I would be fine. And it
wasn't that bad.
And I used to call it Chat PT as well, which is really funny. But yeah, I love it and I hate it. I think it's extraordinary what it can do, the information you can give it, and the tools that. Yeah, it's definitely blown my mind. But again, me and Megan would hear about something, look it up on TikTok and be like, that's gospel. And my 16-year-old son would be like, that's a load of rubbish that you believe that, man. I can't even believe you believe it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Bible, isn't it? Isn't this like totally real? He's like, well, no, it's just somebody who's paid to say that. And I'm like, oh, I'm so gullible.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, like I would read something about sleeping in your hair. Well, no, I don't actually, because I have you now, but I would have looked at something about sleeping in hair conditioner. And I haven't heard of sieving.
Oh yeah, sieving. Putting your hair in a colander. Yep, that's a thing on TikTok. Yeah. I don't have TikTok, so I am not.
What do you do with it when it's in the colander? You
put a hairdryer underneath the colander, and so the colander heats up, so it acts like a bigger diffuser, and apparently it gives a better curl. But you know what? That's just a long-winded diffuser. Like, just get a diffuser.
I've got a diffuser. Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, there's a lot, I think, going on online that can misdirect people.
The online world is crazy. I dread to think when our kids are like teenagers, what they'll have access to.
I know. Like, it's getting younger and younger that kids have phones as well. And because we haven't got iPads in our house yet, the kids haven't ever sort of had access to one. So we're trying to put it off as long as possible, because I know once you lose them to technology, it's like they're gone. It's like, bye. You're not going to ride your bike anymore. You're not going to do anything like that.
It's like TV, isn't it? Like, it just becomes so addictive to them.
Oh God, yeah. My kids love TV.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They'd sit and watch Toy Story 1, 2 and 3 off the trot, and they have. Especially on days where, you're
having to clear out a big day.
Or like, you're doing something, or you're a bit worse for wear because you've drank too much wine the night before. Like, do you know when Man U won against Liverpool, my husband drank 2 bottles of wine. He was ruined the next day. Ruined.
It was a Toy Story 1, 2 and 3 day.
Yeah, he was just like, this is my night. And I was like, fair enough, mate, fair enough. I didn't realise it had been 13 years since they'd won at Anfield. So it was a big, big moment for him.
Wow.
And, like, he even like writes on the forums and stuff, Red Cafe it's called. Like, he says his little piece and stuff.
Oh, because
he does honestly care so much. Like, he gets tears in his eyes when they're doing well, and likewise when they don't, which is more often than not these days.
I know, I've heard Man U not doing too well. Is this unusual for them?
They're doing worse this season than what they have done, but then they're kind of bringing it back a little bit now. Yeah. Like, they're doing a little bit better. They're only a point below us, aren't they? Yeah. So I love saying that. Below, but apparently it'll all change for us in the new year because of this African World Cup and blah, blah, blah. But the whole league is going to be affected by that, isn't it? And so we'll see. I hope Sunderland can hang on and stay out of the playoffs. That would be great. Missing another playoff season would just be a joy so that we don't have to be in the relegation battle. You're just sat here going, yeah, how are the lads? Yeah.
And my family were like, you know, I grew up around football, but it was just, I don't know, maybe it was autism or whatever. I just could not stand the sound of like the crowds, like when you could hear it on the telly, all the crowds like singing and chanting. It was just like a big blurred noise, and it was just like too much. Even now, I'll sit, Sonny, can you turn it down a bit?
Yeah.
It's a bit too much for me.
Yeah. Well, I think that's valid. My kids, they're a bit funny with noise, actually. They really don't like when Ryan shouts and screams at the telly. They don't like that.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's the same in our house. I'm saying, can you not swear while you're shouting at the football?
It's looking lovely.
I love it. I'm already so excited.
Good.
It smells lovely.
Does, yeah. I think this is lavender, isn't it? This one?
That smells gorgeous.
Yeah, it's quite strong as well. But the good thing is then you don't have to wash your hair for 7 days. You can just have fabulous hair for days and days and days and days, which is the dream.
And my friend who came the other week, she was saying, I've had a consultation with Becca, and you know, she wants to get me where I'm not having to wash my hair so often. And I went in and saw her after a haircut and her hair. She's like, I'm on day 3 and her hair just looked amazing. Like,
yes,
insane.
I've had 3 clients because of you, Pascale.
Really?
Yeah, because you've wrote some review on some Wynyard notice board, and then I've seen the review now because one of my clients showed us it.
Oh.
And then loads of Wynyard people have started coming back. In the last couple of weeks, I've had 3.
Oh, I love that.
And they were like, yeah, well, we saw this review. And I was like, what's it called? Was it Pascale?
Oh,
yes.
I love that.
That's my friend. She's great.
I'm just such a big advocate for the curly community.
You know, it's fab. I absolutely love it.
Let's get some badges made and lanyards and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you are really busy anyway, aren't you? So if anyone's interested, are you fully booked till after Christmas? Are you going to take some time off at Christmas?
I'm not fully booked until Christmas. No, you still get November is fully booked. It's just December now has still got some spaces. But I've just took some time off to go to my kids' nativity. There's a few Christmas things that the school is doing, so I've just booked some time off. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And then in between Christmas and New Year, I'm not working.
Yeah.
And then we're taking the kids to Thailand in February again.
Oh my God. I want to go to Thailand.
Just so good. It's amazing, honestly.
And what are the boys like with like the flight? Is it broken up into like a couple of flights?
Oh no. It's the last one we did was 14 hours straight to from London to Singapore, 14 hours, and then an hour and a half from Singapore to Koh Samui. Right. This one is direct to Bangkok, 14 hours, and then from Bangkok to Koh Samui, which is about an hour.
Right.
But it's great because overnight flights. Oh. And my kids are excellent sleepers.
Oh, that's so good.
Like we get 12 hours a night out of them. As soon as we get on the plane, they have a little tea. They stripped off because they like to be. We kept the pants on, but they were topless.
Yeah, minimals like that.
And then they had a little cheese and crackers, watched a bit of Sonic, and then their eyes started closing. And then we laid them down, covered them in blankets, got pillows, and they slept for 8 hours.
Oh, perfect.
And then when they woke up, it was the same again. Bit breakfast, bit cheese and crackers, walk around the plane, and then watch a film. And then we were there.
Yeah.
It's no bother.
Oh, that's so good.
Usually, the more chilled you are, the better. I find.
Yeah.
So if you're chill, the kids are chill. That's generally what happens.
Yeah. And I think I can do that. But I think Sunny, like in an airport and children, it's like stress over 9,000 level. Like,
yeah, Ryan doesn't like airports. I like airports because when we were kids, we used to go to the airport for food and then drive home.
Oh, I love that.
Like Newcastle. In our house, going to the airport was like an excursion. So we'd drive to the airport, have food at the cafe, and then drive home to get excited for the holiday.
Oh, that's so lovely. Like
Ryan finds this completely bizarre. Ryan thinks this is crazy when I told him this about us. One of my friends who I went, like a good family friend, for her birthday, she rented a limousine and then her and all of her friends went to the airport, got out, lunch and then drove back in a limousine, and that's what she did for her birthday.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah,
That's crazy.
it is crazy, but to me, going on holiday was always such an adventure
Yeah.
that I haven't lost that yet about the airport. To me, the airport's still an exciting place, despite the fact that, you know, been on a million flights now.
Yeah.
So I like the airport crack.
Yeah.
So Ryan's a bit of a Scrooge in the airport, a bit of a ooh. And I'm like, woo woo.
Yeah. Yeah. I just disappear off into the shops and yeah.
I just have loads of beers.
Yeah. Buy the overpriced drinks and yeah, the more beer, the more relaxed.
Yeah. Ryan's a bit like that with Christmas as well. He's like not really into Christmas, whereas I'm a huge Christmas fan. Like my decorations will be going up like mid-November.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do that this year. Love that.
We went to Smith's Toys on Sunday to do their Christmas list. So we picked some toys and pointed to the things that we're going to ask Santa for. And then we wrote our Christmas list. And then I looked up on Royal Mail. If you send your Christmas list to this specific address, they'll write for that.
So lovely.
So we're just going to post them this weekend.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's so cute. Yeah, it's so cute. And every morning they get up, they go, is it Christmas? I'm like, nah,
Oh,
it's like 2 months away.
it's exciting though, isn't it? I just keep saying Santa's watching. You know, make sure you try and eat as much as you can.
Oh, yeah, like Locks keeps going, Santa's going to be so happy I did no poos in my pants.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be thrilled. He's going to be buzzing.
Yeah, he's going to have a Pinot tonight and celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. But it feels amazing.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm going to turn you towards me.
Am I sitting on?
Not quite, not quite. I'm just going to move my little chair so you don't bang your head.
Sorry.
It's okay, don't it? It's not you.
It's like I'm going to have a dental procedure or something.
Right, maybe you can sit up and use your core strength. And then when you're ready, flip your head forwards. We're just going to finish it off 2 minutes when you're ready. It's bounced up really amazing because it's gone so curly from the root.
Oh, that's so good.
Feels like silk. Noodles on the end, but
Yeah.
that's what we want it to feel like noodles.
Yeah.
Noodles is good.
Oodles of noodles.
Noodle bangs.
Oh my God, I was just thinking it.
I like your podcast name, Pit Yakka Crack. I think that's really good. Yeah, it's gone mint. I can already tell I haven't even looked at you.
Oh, really?
Turn your head this way for me and then the opposite way for us. Having a fire in a salon, it's a bit of a mistake because this can be a bit temperamental, but it's cozy, definitely. Adds to the coziness.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Gets sweltering in here and all if you like keep the fire going.
Yeah, I can imagine when you've got the hairdryer on.
Aye.
All the heat.
Right, head forwards one last time. Right, slip your head up. Shake it. Wow. That's bouncy.
Is it massive?
It's massive, but that's good. That's what
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Like, well, there's no frizz. It's hydrated.
I know. But I'll never be able to get rid of the frizz. I
No.
just need to come here once a week and get it washed.
Yep. Deal.
Do you do a blow dry? Like, not obviously what a straight haired person was booking for like a blow dry. I would come up here and get my hair like washed and styled.
Yeah,
That's good.
sometimes I do. It's on my menu of
Is
like
it?
choices. Yeah. People get it if they're going away or have a do.
Yeah.
The last this morning was like, do you do weddings? I was like, do you know what? I don't know if I'm ready for a wedding quite yet.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, and also it's like, when would you do it though? Like the day before, the day of? Because it's a kind of long process for the day of, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you could do a wash the day before and then go in the morning and like help with the refresh.
Yeah, that's true. Right, I'll get my scissors, finish this fringe, and then we're going to be looking in the mirror. Does it feel nice?
Yeah, but it always feels nice when you do it. It feels lighter and healthy. And even my hairdresser said, because the lazy hairdresser who coloured my hair, she said, oh, you can tell that you haven't been like using heat on it for the last 6 months since obviously coming and getting it cut here.
Yeah.
She was like, you can tell that like the quality of your hair is like improved so much.
Yeah. It will have, yeah.
Of not having like straighteners on it and
Okay. Right, madam. You ready to see it?
I'm scared.
You're scared? Well, because it's so ginormous.
No, just because I've got a little fringe bang.
Yeah, you do. It's okay. You look mint. It suits you.
Oh, thank you.
Just embrace the bangs, embrace the messiness and like the days where it doesn't work. It's okay. Just embrace it, okay? Right. Close your eyes. I'm going to turn you. Oh, you head down a little bit. Just head forwards.
Okay.
Forwards, yeah. I'm going to turn you. Don't look. She's ready to present daytime telly now, isn't she? Like, right, now you can look up and look.
Oh my gosh. Why was I even scared? Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It goes so good when you do it. My curls are just so, like, I follow the steps, but I can never get it as good as this. I love it. I can't wait for Mabel to see it.
I know it's meant, isn't it? So much curl, so much vibes.
Yeah, it looks so much more healthy.
I know.
I'm obsessed. I love it.
Looks like you've gained like double the amount of hair. Like how curly and big it is.
I know.
It's like unbelievable.
Definitely, like from the first time I came, my before picture, like to probably now, is like the more you do the curly hair, the more it curls. And
Yeah.
oh, that's gorgeous, Becca. Thank you.
Good. I love it too. It's lovely. Well, thank you for
It
coming.
looks so glossy. And
It
healthy.
does.
And
Like turn your head to the side, let all your hair drip.
curls for days.
Look at that.
But you should definitely do weddings because I would want my hair to be perfect like this.
Yeah. I know. I get it. Well, I'll take a couple of pictures of the afters and then you're done.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for like having me on your little show.
Thanks for agreeing, Becca. Really appreciate it.
No, it's been awesome. Beautiful. That is all done.
Thank you so much.